we need to rehouse these 2 tarantulas and these 3 spiders, but we don't have any of these empty enclosures, so we will need to move these 2 tarantulas into these 2 bigger enclosures, so we free up these 2 enclosures for these 2 spiders, but we still need the 3rd enclosure, so we will need to move this spider into this bigger enclosure, so we can free up this enclosure for this spider to move it inside. Are you following me? It took me like 30 attempts for that intro and it still wasn't perfect, but oh well, we need to move on. So today, if you figured it out, we will move 2 tarantulas, the pseudhapalopus species Colombia. We will move them into these bigger enclosures. They are already used, so you can see the stains, the water stains, but I don't really bother with them. And once we move those 2 tarantulas, we will then empty the enclosures for 2 spiders, 2 true spiders that I actually fed in previous feeding video. If you haven't watched that video, check it out. It is like, never mind, I will link it in the description. But there is the 3rd spider, so for that spider we will move one of the huntsmen out of this enclosure into a bigger enclosure, and it is actually a freshly molted huntsman. You can see it right here. There is the mold, if you can see it, and it would still be fine inside of this enclosure, but since I already have already set up enclosure, I will just move it into bigger one to free up this enclosure. So yeah, pretty simple video, but it is needed because these spiders are getting too big for these cups. Also, this one is a bit too big, right? It is not terrible, but it will be easier to feed them. And these tarantulas also, they would be fine for another mold, but they're also annoying to feed because sometimes when I add water to their enclosure, they will just bolt outside. So putting them inside of bigger enclosure, slightly bigger enclosure, it will make the maintenance a bit easier and more enjoyable. But reality is, I really wouldn't be rehousing them if I didn't need the empty enclosures. So let's start with the tarantulas first. I have some substrate here and I can proceed to just dump it inside. I don't need a lot of substrate. Actually, you know what? You see, they actually do bury, so we definitely need to provide them with the opportunity, which means a bit more substrate. A small starter burrow in the corner, and tarantula can choose what to do from there. A small cork bark, so tarantula can dig under it if she likes. She can choose whatever she likes to do. And the most important thing, original dark den scent for the texture, available on the web shop, so you can add a little bit of texture to your enclosures. Of course, it doesn't last, but your freshly built enclosure will look better on pictures. And just a couple of leaves for the better appearance. Ta-da! For a tiny enclosure, it looks pretty good, right? Let's introduce the tarantula. She is a little bit clumped up here in the corner, so we will need to poke her with a stick. And they never appreciate that. Hello. Well, how are you doing? Yeah, just don't be too fast. Ah. Look at it. It's not an arboreal tarantula, but still they can bolt like, oh. And I know that because it often happens when I'm feeding them, trying to feed them or water their enclosure. So in you go in your new house. If I can get you over there, huh? Down? Oh, no, stop. Come on, come. There we go. She looks cozy inside, right? Yeah, you see plenty of space. And as I said, a private burrow and also cork bark, so she can dig underneath if she really likes. She can do whatever she chooses. Anyway, now we need to do it once again for the other tarantula. But I can use that opportunity to remind you that this Sunday I am coming to Verona Expo, Verona Reptiles Expo in Italy. So if you are considering coming to it, make sure to stop by my stand and check out the catalog. It is linked in the description, check it out and make sure to reserve if you need some enclosures, and especially if you want some animals that I have in offer, because I'm only bringing reserved animals. I won't be bringing everything that I have to offer. I have frogs and millipedes from the junglearium. I also have a bunch of jungle nymph babies and huntsman spider babies, and not to mention OG dark den enclosures that were actually used in the dark den. They are cleaned and refurbished, signed by me, and I will only bring ones that are reserved. So if you really want one, check out the prices and dimensions that are available in the catalog and send me a message. Enclosure is ready. This time I want to see if I can get the tarantula to move straight inside the new enclosure. So if I place the enclosure like this, and then we proceed to poke the tarantula. Poke, kitty, poke, poke. Come on. Yeah, don't ignore the pokes. Great, look at this beauty. This went perfectly, and now she will probably go outside, but it doesn't really matter because I can handle that. Holy, yeah, there's your pre-made burrow. Or, yeah, you choose not to use it now. A little bit of climbing, huh? Conquering the lid of your enclosure, great. But I would prefer if you go down on the substrate. Yes, please. There we go, enclosure for you to enjoy. And we need to add a little bit of water because it is not that moist. Also the other enclosure, same thing. So let me close the lid temporarily and I run to grab some water. Oh, in the meantime, the misting system is misting the junglarium, and you see the lights turned off in the meantime. It is 8 p.m. probably. It was making a little bit of noise, but it stopped now. Yeah, I have water. Stupid nuts. Please don't escape now. I will moist the other corner to reduce the risk of spooking the tarantula. That should be enough. Mind your legs. Okay, now the other one. Oh, no. What did I tell you? Ah, wait. Yes. Okay. No! This behavior is really characteristic for this particular species. Not a lot of tarantulas will run like that, continuously run, especially not terrestrial tarantulas. Pseudhapalopus tend to do that, and also Tapinauhenius and Pokies, but terrestrial tarantulas not so much. They will generally bolt and then stop, but these just keep running. Anyways, you see, we need some new labels for sure, and then the enclosures are done, but I will do that off camera, of course. I can now empty the enclosures, take all the old substrate out, and I won't bother with cleaning them because they will get dirty anyway soon. And the second one. Now, if you remember from feeding video, these 3 spiders are completely arid and I don't need any water for them, any moisture. This one doesn't even have any substrate, while this one got sand and this one just got a regular substrate, but as I said, without drop of water. So we will house all 3 of them on sand, but different type of sands for every single one. Let me choose some sand. Okay, I got 3 different types. I have Icelandic sand, black one. A subscriber sent me that sand. I also have this Florida sand that I collected myself, and I have this one from New York. So 3 types of sand, completely different types of sand. First one will be for this weird leggy one. That one will get Icelandic black sand. Look at it, pretty cool, huh? So let me scoop a little bit of that. This will be so cool. And what the hell, look at this. It seems like there is some iron in the sand because it is getting caught by a magnet, you see? Also here on top you can see how it is sticking to the magnet. Pretty cool! I will try to take it down with a brush. But it seems like it is a small percentage of iron because it is not really sticking that well. And a little piece of cork bark background. Looking really cool, right? Yeah, let's add the spider. Actually, I will add a couple of twigs inside and tiny pieces of leaves, so it will be easier for a spider to make a web. You see? Just like that. Now, how difficult it will be to guide this spider inside, I honestly have no idea. It was never outside of the enclosure, so I don't really know how it behaves. Okay. It doesn't want to go outside, which is understandable, yeah. Come on, Mr. Spider. There we go. Oh, no, don't freak out. It is not really satisfied with its new hide. I mean, new house. But now you have plenty of options. Plenty of options to web around and move around. and it definitely looks like a regular house spider, nothing special except the abdomen it got some dots, and also what we cannot really see here, but the spinnerets are basically underneath the abdomen. Yeah, completely different position than at tarantulas. Yeah, you see? There are the spinnerets, and this reflection is killing me softly. Alright, Mr. Spider, enjoy it, and enjoy your beautiful black sand. Pretty cool stuff. Now for the other spider, since the other one is black, the spider is black, you see, completely black, I will use the Florida sand that is super white, super bright, just like sand that is already inside of its enclosure. Yeah, but this Florida sand is even whiter, and there are some shells inside, you see, bunch of shells. So let's add that, and I will try to be precise and not get it everywhere. Oh, yeah. Sure thing. And these two cork barks will act like a cork bark hide, so the spider will be able to squeeze in between them, you see. And also this for the web. This is the end result. Yeah, pretty decent. When it comes to enclosures of this size, your options are fairly limited. Okay, how fast are you, little buddy? Go down. Yes. And also how big you grow, I have no idea. But there it is. In a brand new enclosure. Wow. I hope that this grows to a decent size, where we can actually properly see it. But honestly, I have no idea. Okay, for rehouses, now for the last rehouse, we need to do a rehouse before it. As I said, we need to move this huntsman out of this enclosure into this one, just so we free up the enclosure for this spider. Oh, and what is happening over there? Bella is doing some interior design. She's taking some substrate out and yeah, doing something. I guess she's digging. I will try to keep my eye on her so we can see how she's taking the substrate out. But first let's concentrate on this, because huntsman spiders, you know, they are crazy fast. So yeah, we need to be, I need to be super careful. Okay. Can you even... Putting camera here was actually a bad idea, because you won't be able to see the action very well. No, Mr. Huntsman, I will need you to go, like, will you bite me if I poke you? I really hope you won't, okay? Go on the cork bark or on the side. No, stay. Boink. Mission complete and successful. Even though it is tiny, I wasn't really sure if it will try to bite me if I try to poke it. Now enjoy more space, my little buddy. And we can clean this enclosure, get the substrate out, and add this New York sand. Will I be more precise with it? Let's find out. Ooh, definitely. By the way, when I was returning from New York and bringing this sand with me, it was actually tested on the airport if it's not some sort of explosive or something like that. I mean, the guy that tested it was super chill. He knew that I'm just bringing that sand as a souvenir, but he had to check it out to be sure. But he needed to be sure that I'm not some sort of terrorist or something. There we go, some branches for anchoring points, and also I will add a parts of leaf litter, just so it is more interesting. You see, it is like half buried. Excellent. And the spider is right here. There we go, you see. It actually looks pretty big now on the video, huh? Well, not really. So for the first time in like 7 years, or I don't know, it is going out of this cup into a proper enclosure. Woo! Now, don't be shocked by the sand and twigs and leaf, even though you never encountered something like that. Although I don't think that they care about it at all, or have an ability to care about it. They are just trying to survive, set up their web, catch some bugs, and in the end try to reproduce. That is a complete life to them. But I like to think that they are actually enjoying new enclosures, a new space to explore and interact with. Yeah, no way, right? Alright, that was it. We rehoused everyone and it was really successful, and funny thing, the most challenging rehouses were actually tarantulas. They were all over the place. You would expect a treatment like that from huntsman spider, but that went really well. So even though I know that spiders have no capability to enjoy their enclosures, I know that you have, so I hope that you enjoyed this video. And if you did, thumbs it up and comment something. If you want to support this channel more, there's a Patreon page and a webshop page where you can get, here, send for the texture, get it for you or for your friends. If you're new to this channel, make sure to subscribe, upload on Monday, and see you again real soon. Bye.